In life, everyone faces struggles. Everyone has difficulties that seem insurmountable. Whether it's personal issues, work challenges, or external events that feel out of our control, it's common to feel overwhelmed. Yet some people seem to weather these storms better than others. They remain calm, composed, and in control. How do they do it? The answer lies in emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to stressful situations or crises. It's the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and setbacks. But emotional resilience isn't something you're born with. It's a skill that can be developed and nurtured. And just like any skill, it requires practice, self-awareness, and a strong desire to grow. You may wonder why emotional resilience is important. After all, life can be unpredictable. We face countless challenges that can test our limits. Sometimes these challenges come from external sources, such as economic downturns, natural disasters, or global pandemics. Other times they arise from personal struggles, like illness loss or relationship problems. No matter the source of the stress, the key to thriving through adversity is how we manage our emotions. Those who are emotionally resilient are able to keep their balance. They can face difficulties head-on without letting fear or panic take over. They are able to see problems as temporary and solvable. They don't see themselves as victims of circumstance, but as active participants in shaping their own reality. So how do you cultivate emotional resilience? How can you develop the ability to bounce back no matter what life throws at you? It starts with understanding that resilience is not about avoiding stress or challenges. It's about how you respond to them. It's about building a mindset that helps you navigate adversity with grace and strength. One key aspect of emotional resilience is self-awareness. When you are aware of your thoughts, feelings, and reactions, you have the power to change them. You can choose how you respond to difficult situations. Instead of reacting impulsively or with emotion, you can pause, reflect, and then choose a more rational and balanced approach. This self-awareness is a foundation for many other qualities that contribute to emotional resilience. For example, mindfulness plays a critical role. By being present in the moment, we avoid dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about the future. Mindfulness helps us focus on what we can control and release what we cannot. This is a powerful tool in building emotional resilience because it keeps us from getting caught up in negative thought patterns that drain our energy and focus. Another essential factor in building resilience is optimism. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring the negative aspects of life. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. It's about maintaining a belief that no matter how hard things get, you can overcome them and emerge stronger. People who are optimistic tend to be more resilient because they approach problems with a sense of hope and possibility. They don't see failure as a permanent condition, but as a temporary setback that can be overcome with effort and perseverance. Self-compassion is also a crucial aspect of emotional resilience. Many people are their own harshest critics, especially in times of difficulty. Instead of showing kindness to themselves, they berate themselves for their perceived failures or shortcomings. However, self-compassion allows you to treat yourself with the same understanding and kindness that you would offer to a friend. By being gentle with yourself during tough times, you can build the inner strength to keep going and keep learning from your experiences. Resilience also involves building healthy coping mechanisms. It's easy to turn to unhealthy habits when stress and pressure mount. Some people may resort to alcohol, drugs, or overeating to cope with their feelings. However, these habits only provide temporary relief and can create long-term negative consequences. Resilient people understand the importance of taking care of their physical and emotional well-being. They find healthy ways to cope, such as exercise, meditation, journaling, or talking with a trusted friend. These activities help them process their emotions and maintain a sense of balance during challenging times. Building a strong support network is another vital factor in emotional resilience. No one can face life's challenges alone. Resilient people understand the importance of surrounding themselves with supportive and positive individuals. These people offer encouragement, advice, and a sense of community. They provide a safe space where you can express your feelings and gain perspective on your situation. Having a strong support network also means that you have people to lean on when times get tough. In addition to a support network, it's also essential to have a sense of purpose. People who have a clear sense of direction in life are better equipped to navigate difficult situations. When you know what you stand for and what's important to you, you can draw strength from that purpose. Resilient people often find meaning in their struggles, which helps them stay focused and motivated even when things get hard. Another key element of emotional resilience is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go as planned. Resilient people are flexible and able to adjust to changing circumstances. They don't get stuck in rigid thinking or resist change. Instead, they embrace the opportunities that come with change and adjust their strategies to meet new challenges. But emotional resilience isn't something that happens overnight. It's a lifelong process that requires commitment, self-reflection, and growth. You won't become emotionally resilient by simply reading a book or attending a seminar. It takes consistent practice and dedication to develop the mental and emotional habits that allow you to thrive in the face of adversity. It's important to remember that building emotional resilience is not about becoming immune to stress or negative emotions. Even the most resilient people experience sadness, fear, anger, and disappointment. What sets them apart is their ability to manage those emotions in healthy ways. They don't let their emotions control them. Instead, they use their emotions as valuable sources of information and guidance. In the next sections, we'll explore some specific strategies and techniques that can help you cultivate emotional resilience. These strategies are designed to help you build a stronger mindset, overcome challenges, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. By integrating these practices into your daily routine, you'll be able to develop the emotional strength to face any situation with confidence and grace. One of the most significant ways to build emotional resilience is through the practice of reframing. Reframing involves changing your perspective on a challenging situation. Rather than seeing it as a threat or a problem, you try to view it as an opportunity for growth or learning. Reframing allows you to change your perception of a situation, and in doing so, change the emotional response you have to it. For instance, if you lose your job, instead of seeing it as a personal failure or a catastrophe, you can reframe it as an opportunity to explore new career paths, acquire new skills, or even start a business. The key to reframing is in recognizing that your thoughts and interpretations are within your control. You are not helpless in the face of adversity. By shifting your mindset, you can approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and possibility rather than fear and frustration. Along with reframing, developing a growth mindset is crucial to emotional resilience. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and perseverance. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. They embrace setbacks as part of the process of becoming better and stronger. On the other hand, individuals with a fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges and feel defeated by failure. They believe that their abilities are static and cannot be improved. Research shows that having a growth mindset can significantly enhance emotional resilience. When you adopt the belief that you can learn and improve from your experiences, you become more motivated to tackle challenges. Instead of feeling discouraged by failure, you see it as a stepping stone towards success. This shift in thinking fosters resilience because it helps you keep moving forward even when things get tough. Another critical aspect of emotional resilience is emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage your emotions in a way that is appropriate and constructive. It doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending that they don't exist. Instead, it's about recognizing and acknowledging your emotions and then choosing how to respond to them. For example, if you feel angry or frustrated in a stressful situation, emotional regulation allows you to take a step back. Breathe and choose a more constructive response, such as calmly expressing your concerns or finding a solution. Rather than letting your emotions take over and lead to impulsive actions, emotional regulation helps you remain grounded and make decisions that align with your values and goals. Mindfulness, which we briefly mentioned earlier, is one of the most powerful tools for emotional regulation. By practicing mindfulness, you become more aware of your emotional state in the present moment. This awareness gives you the space to choose how to respond rather than reacting automatically. It also helps you manage difficult emotions more effectively and prevents them from spiraling out of control. Mindfulness can be practiced through various techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, or simply paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. By making mindfulness a daily practice, you can improve your ability to regulate your emotions and build greater resilience in the face of challenges. In addition to mindfulness, another valuable tool for building emotional resilience is setting boundaries. Resilient people understand the importance of protecting their emotional and mental well-being by setting clear boundaries with others. Boundaries are limits that you establish to protect yourself from negative influences or situations that drain your energy. For example, if you find yourself in a toxic relationship or a work environment that is draining, setting boundaries allows you to protect your mental health. This might mean saying no to additional tasks at work, distancing yourself from negative people, or prioritizing self-care. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and a powerful way to maintain your emotional resilience. Self-care is another crucial component of emotional resilience. When you take care of your physical, mental, and emotional needs, you are better equipped to handle stress and adversity. Resilient people understand that self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity. Regular exercise, healthy eating, adequate sleep, and relaxation are essential to maintaining your overall well-being. Taking time for yourself allows you to recharge, restore your energy, and gain clarity. It also helps you develop a positive relationship with yourself, which is key to building emotional strength. When you take care of your body and mind, you are better able to face life's challenges with a sense of balance and strength. In the face of adversity, it's also important to practice gratitude. Gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of your life, even during difficult times. Focusing on what you are grateful for shifts your mindset away from scarcity and fear and towards abundance and possibility. Research has shown that gratitude can have a profound impact on emotional resilience. People who regularly practice gratitude are more optimistic, less stressed, and better equipped to cope with challenges. Gratitude helps you maintain a sense of perspective during tough times, reminding you of the positive things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. One way to incorporate gratitude into your daily routine is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. These could be simple things such as a beautiful sunset, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of peace. By focusing on the positive, you train your brain to look for the good in every situation, which helps you build resilience over time. Another strategy for emotional resilience is to practice self-reflection. Taking time to reflect on your experiences, your emotions, and your reactions can help you understand yourself better and identify areas where you can grow. Self-reflection allows you to learn from your experiences and develop a deeper sense of self-awareness. You can practice self-reflection through journaling, meditation, or simply setting aside time each day to think about your experiences. Ask yourself questions like, how did I handle this situation? What emotions did I experience? How can I respond differently next time? This kind of reflection helps you become more mindful of your thoughts and actions, which in turn strengthens your emotional resilience. Building emotional resilience also requires a strong sense of community. As we mentioned earlier, having a support system is crucial for resilience. Being able to lean on others during times of difficulty provides emotional support and helps you gain perspective. Resilient people don't isolate themselves. They seek connection and understand the value of sharing their experiences with others. Whether it's through friends, family, a support group, or a mentor, having people to talk to and rely on can help you navigate through tough times. They can offer advice, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. The emotional support of others reminds you that you're not alone, which can make a world of difference during challenging periods. As we continue to explore emotional resilience, it's essential to understand that building this skill is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It requires continual practice, self-awareness, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. However, the payoff for developing emotional resilience is immense. Not only does it help you navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life, but it also empowers you to thrive in the face of adversity. One of the key aspects of emotional resilience is the ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and change is a constant. Resilient individuals are able to adjust their expectations and strategies when things don't go as planned. This adaptability allows them to cope with uncertainty and keep moving forward, even when faced with unexpected challenges. For instance, consider the experience of someone who loses a loved one. The initial grief can feel overwhelming, and it may take time to process the loss. However, resilient individuals are able to adjust over time. They allow themselves to feel the sadness and pain, but they also find ways to adapt to life without that person. They may find comfort in new routines, connect with others who have experienced similar losses, or engage in activities that help them heal. This ability to adapt to difficult circumstances is a hallmark of emotional resilience. Similarly, when faced with career setbacks or financial difficulties, resilient people are able to adjust their approach. Rather than dwelling on the obstacles, they look for alternative solutions and take proactive steps to improve their situation. They may seek new opportunities, further their education, or explore different career paths. Their ability to adapt helps them maintain a sense of control and progress even in challenging circumstances. Another important factor in emotional resilience is self-compassion. Many people are their own harshest critics, especially when they face difficulties or make mistakes. However, being kind and understanding with yourself during tough times is a crucial aspect of emotional resilience. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same care and understanding that you would offer a close friend. Instead of berating yourself for perceived failures or shortcomings, self-compassion allows you to acknowledge your struggles with gentleness and patience. You recognize that it's okay to make mistakes, experience setbacks, or feel vulnerable. By practicing self-compassion, you reduce the pressure and negative self-talk that can hinder your ability to bounce back from challenges. Research shows that self-compassion is associated with greater emotional resilience. People who practice self-compassion are more likely to manage stress effectively, maintain a positive outlook, and recover from setbacks more quickly. This is because self-compassion helps to reduce feelings of shame and inadequacy, which often keep people stuck in negative thought patterns. Self-compassion also involves recognizing your humanity and understanding that everyone faces struggles. You are not alone in your challenges. Embracing your imperfections and accepting yourself as you are enables you to approach difficulties with greater ease and a sense of inner peace. One practical way to cultivate self-compassion is by practicing self-kindness. When you face a difficult situation or make a mistake, try to speak to yourself as you would to a friend in the same position. Offer words of encouragement and understanding rather than criticism or judgment. Over time, this practice helps to build a more compassionate relationship with yourself. In addition to self-compassion, setting realistic expectations is another vital component of emotional resilience. Unrealistic expectations can set you up for disappointment and frustration. When you expect everything to go perfectly, or when you set goals that are too ambitious, you increase the likelihood of feeling overwhelmed or defeated. Resilient individuals understand that life is full of uncertainties, and they set realistic, achievable goals that align with their values and resources. Rather than striving for perfection, they focus on progress and growth. They celebrate small victories and understand that setbacks are part of the journey. This approach helps to build emotional resilience because it reduces the pressure to constantly perform at an unrealistic level. Setting realistic expectations also involves recognizing your limitations and understanding that it's okay to ask for help when needed. No one is expected to navigate life's challenges alone, and seeking support from others is a sign of strength, not weakness. By setting realistic expectations and being open to support you, empower yourself to move through difficult times with greater ease. As you continue to develop emotional resilience, it's important to acknowledge the role of humor. While humor may not immediately solve problems or erase pain, it can significantly lighten your emotional load and help you navigate through difficult times with a sense of ease. Laughter is a powerful tool for managing stress and maintaining a positive outlook. When faced with adversity, resilient individuals often use humor as a way to diffuse tension, gain perspective, and create a sense of connection with others. Humor allows you to see things from a different angle and helps you step back from the seriousness of a situation. It can break the cycle of negative thinking and provide a brief respite from emotional distress. Of course, humor should never be used to dismiss or belittle your feelings or the seriousness of a situation. Instead, it's about finding moments of levity and allowing yourself to laugh even when things are tough. Sometimes the ability to laugh at yourself or a challenging situation can provide a sense of relief and remind you that you can handle whatever comes your way. Another vital aspect of emotional resilience is fostering a sense of purpose. Having a clear sense of purpose gives you direction and motivation even during difficult times. People who have a sense of purpose are more likely to persevere through adversity because they are driven by something greater than themselves. Purpose can be found in many aspects of life, including relationships, career, personal growth, and community involvement. Whether it's a passion for helping others, a commitment to your family, or the desire to make a difference in the world, having a sense of purpose gives you something to hold on to when times get tough. It helps you stay focused on what matters most, even in the face of challenges. Having a sense of purpose also provides a sense of fulfillment and meaning. It allows you to frame difficulties as part of your larger journey, rather than as isolated, meaningless events. People with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to experience higher levels of well-being and greater emotional resilience because they have a deep sense of connection to their values and goals. Incorporating purpose into your life can be done in many ways. It could involve setting long-term goals that align with your values, volunteering for a cause you care about, or simply focusing on the relationships that matter most to you. When you have a sense of purpose, you are better able to navigate through life's challenges with resilience and grace. As we come to the final part of this discussion on emotional resilience, it's important to emphasize that building resilience is not about avoiding pain or discomfort, but rather about learning how to face and navigate through it. The ability to adapt, practice self-compassion, set realistic expectations, use humor, and foster a sense of purpose are all crucial elements of resilience. However, it's the ongoing commitment to growth and self-awareness that ultimately leads to greater emotional strength. In addition to the strategies mentioned earlier, another critical factor in developing emotional resilience is the ability to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves staying present and fully engaged in the current moment without judgment or distraction. By focusing on the here and now, individuals can break free from the constant cycle of worry, stress, and rumination that often exacerbates emotional distress. Mindfulness can be practiced through various techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying attention to your surroundings. The goal is to cultivate a state of awareness that allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. By developing mindfulness, you create space between yourself and your emotional reactions, which enables you to respond to challenges more thoughtfully and intentionally. Research has shown that mindfulness can have a significant impact on emotional resilience. Individuals who practice mindfulness regularly are better able to manage stress, regulate their emotions, and bounce back from difficult situations. Mindfulness helps to reduce anxiety and depression, and it fosters a sense of calm and balance in the face of adversity. It's important to note that mindfulness is not about suppressing negative emotions or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. Rather, it's about acknowledging your feelings without judgment and allowing them to exist without letting them control your behavior. By cultivating mindfulness, you can become more aware of your emotional triggers and responses, which gives you the power to choose how you react in any given situation. In addition to mindfulness, building strong, supportive relationships is another cornerstone of emotional resilience. Having a network of people who care about you and offer encouragement, guidance, and comfort is invaluable when facing life's challenges. Resilient individuals understand the importance of nurturing these relationships and seeking help when needed. It's easy to feel isolated or disconnected during difficult times, but reaching out to others can provide emotional support and a sense of belonging. Whether it's talking to a close friend, seeking professional help, or participating in community activities, strong social connections are essential for maintaining emotional well-being. Resilient people are not afraid to lean on others and ask for help when they need it. Furthermore, surrounding yourself with positive influences can strengthen your emotional resilience. The people you spend time with can have a profound impact on your mindset and outlook on life. Resilient individuals tend to surround themselves with supportive, optimistic, and encouraging people who uplift them during tough times. Another important factor in fostering emotional resilience is maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Physical health and emotional resilience are closely linked. When you take care of your body, you are better able to manage stress and cope with challenges. Regular exercise, nutritious eating, and sufficient sleep are all essential components of a resilient mindset. Exercise in particular has been shown to improve mood and reduce the effects of stress. It releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters, and helps regulate emotions. Additionally, physical activity provides an outlet for pent-up energy and tension, allowing you to process difficult emotions in a healthy way. A balanced diet is also crucial for emotional resilience. Eating nutritious foods provides the body with the energy it needs to cope with stress and maintain focus. Certain foods, such as those rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins, can have a positive effect on mood and cognitive function. Sleep, too, plays a vital role in emotional well-being. When you don't get enough rest, your ability to regulate emotions diminishes and stress becomes harder to manage. Ensuring that you get enough restorative sleep each night is an essential part of building emotional resilience. As we conclude this discussion, it's important to acknowledge that emotional resilience is not a destination, but a journey. There will always be new challenges to face, and there will be times when it feels difficult to keep going. However, by cultivating the skills and strategies discussed here, adaptability, self-compassion, realistic expectations, humor, purpose, mindfulness, supportive relationships, and a healthy lifestyle, you can continue to build and strengthen your resilience over time. It's also important to remember that emotional resilience is not about being tough or invincible. It's about being able to bend and adapt in the face of challenges, to acknowledge and process your emotions, and to move forward with a sense of hope and determination. Resilient individuals are not immune to hardship. Rather, they are people who know how to navigate through life's difficulties with grace, courage, and a sense of purpose. Building emotional resilience is a lifelong process, and it's okay to take small steps along the way. Every time you face a challenge and find a way to cope with it, you are strengthening your resilience. Embrace the journey, be patient with yourself, and remember that you have the capacity to overcome whatever obstacles come your way. In the end, emotional resilience is not about avoiding pain or hardship, but about embracing life with all its complexities and uncertainties. It's about developing the inner strength to face adversity with grace and hope, knowing that each experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to your personal growth and strength. By continuing to cultivate emotional resilience, you not only enhance your ability to cope with life's challenges, but you also empower yourself to live a more fulfilling, meaningful, and joyful life. Embrace the journey of emotional resilience and know that you are capable of navigating through whatever comes your way.